Hello, my name is Kibria, and I'm a recent graduate from Windsor University School of Medicine. On behalf of my team, I'm presenting the findings from our study entitled Predictive Factors of Positive E-Learning Experience. Our wonderful team consists of myself, Dr. Ludden-Schlatter of University of Missouri, Dr. Scartozzi of Penn State Health, Dr. Kelts of Arnold Ogden Medical Center, Dr. Clithero-Eridon of University of New Mexico, Dr. Myers of University of New Mexico, Dr. Jarrett of University of Illinois, and Gwen Wilson of University of Missouri. As a background, COVID-19 presented many challenges for medical schools and residency programs alike, where many programs had to shift to an e-learning curriculum. These challenges included level of internet access, degree of introversion and extroversion of learners, the propensity to adopt to new technologies, all of which are important factors impacting the attitude towards e-learning. Our study investigated family medicine educator satisfaction, effectiveness, and feasibility perceptions of e-learning. We also characterized demographic factors impacting attitudes to e-learning. And finally, we identified which aspects of e-learning were most important to educators. Moving to the methods section, our methodology utilized a cross-sectional survey via the 2020 Council of Academic Family Medicine's Educational Research Alliance Survey, also known as a CERA survey, which was conducted in the fall of 2020. Moving to the results sections. Now, as we look at the top of the results section, we see that 40% of respondents reported satisfaction with e-learning, 48% found e-learning feasible, and only 24% reported that e-learning met their educational goals. These results signify that less than half of respondents were satisfied with e-learning, found e-learning feasible, or found that e-learning met their educational goals. Such negative perceptions may be due to a lack of sufficient time and resources to adopt to e-learning, especially with the sudden mandatory pivot to e-learning due to the unforeseen onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Lack of interactive capabilities was a most significant obstacle to adoption, signifying the need for increased training or for further development of e-learning platforms. Now, as we move further down, taking a look at the graphs, the results of the satisfaction and feasibility of e-learning were grouped by generation, that is millennials, Generation X, and baby boomers. They were grouped by personality, that is introvert versus extrovert, and grouped by style of technology adoption, that is late adopters, early adopters, or innovators. Interestingly, no differences were found in satisfaction, feasibility, or effectiveness scores according to generation, introvert-extrovert status, or technology adopter status, as seen by the similar shapes of the graphs. However, interactive capabilities of the e-learning curriculum were the most important factor for e-learning satisfaction and effectiveness, scoring 56% and 62% respectively. For ease of adoption, sufficient time was a most frequently selected factor. Expanding on the ease of adoption results, baby boomer respondents reported platforms to be not user-friendly, cited insufficient prior experience and insufficient time as their greatest obstacles in e-learning adoption. Otherwise, the rankings of e-learning factors were similar amongst all groups. In conclusion, the use of e-learning was increasing prior to COVID-19, was a primary means of training during COVID-19, and will likely continue to increase in the future. But to recap, our findings were as follows. Satisfaction with and perceived feasibility and effectiveness of e-learning varies among family medicine educators. No differences were found in satisfaction, feasibility, or effectiveness scores according to generation, introvert-extrovert status, or technology adopter status. Interactive capabilities were consistently ranked by the respondents to be the most important factor for e-learning satisfaction and effectiveness. However, more study is needed to compare student and learner perspectives regarding e-learning. Such further investigations may elucidate whether to prioritize collaboration between learners, among faculties, or between learners and educators for increased satisfaction and feasibility of e-learning, and to further meet educational goals. For additional information, please scan the QR code to gain access to our survey questions and results. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.